Is anybody out there? Hello. Hi, this is Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon live in the First Alert Weather Center. Thanks for watching our live stream here to get an update on the forecast. There we go. In the Weather Center right now, just you and me talking about the forecast, and there's much to discuss. We do have some rain in the forecast. I'm saying some because it's not a lot. I wish it was more. Let's get you out to a live view. This is a live view in Manitowoc. Looking down towards the Manitowoc River, you can see the overcast skies. Right now, 41 degrees. Really feels like 35. We've got a north-northeast wind at 9 miles an hour, and that wind is a big player in today's forecast because for some of you, it will prevent you from getting that overdue rain that a lot of you folks want. So our next weather maker is arriving today. We've been talking about this the past few days, but today we finally have a chance of some rain, but not for everybody. It's mainly going to be to the south of Green Bay. So here's First Alert Viper Max. And this is right up to about 8:35. You can see some showers in Fond du Lac County, Green Lake, and Manitowoc, or check that, Marquette County. But you know what? I'm not convinced that all that is reaching the ground. The air is pretty dry aloft. And while there might be a couple sprinkles that are actually reaching the ground, or maybe just a very gentle sprinkly rain, not all that moisture is making it to the Earth's surface. What's happening is the precipitation is falling out of the clouds into a layer of dry air, and then a lot of it evaporates before reaching the ground, the Earth's surface. So you may be looking up at the clouds around Fond du Lac, and over towards Marquessant and over towards Westfield, and you might see these little streaks underneath the clouds. We call that virga. That's precipitation that's streaking out of the cloud and evaporating before reaching the Earth's surface. Some of that could be reaching the ground, but I'm not going to be surprised if a lot of it isn't, at least initially. Now, eventually, we will see a rain chance coming. There's a storm system that's been producing a widespread area of rain across the Corn Belt. There's been some damaging thunderstorms in Illinois. There's been some tornado warnings, and a lot of that active weather is near Chicago, heading into northern Indiana. Now, we're not looking for any severe weather in our neck of the woods, but that rain in southern Wisconsin is going to try to make its way towards the north, but it has to fight against that dry air to try to push into the Fox Valley and east central Wisconsin. So forecast for today, lots of clouds, only a little bit of some rain south of Green Bay. Best chance of that happening is going to be during the afternoon. You might see a little bit of some sun, especially across the north woods. Everybody has a cooler day with a breezy northeast wind, and I've got Green Bay's high around 47. That's going to be close to 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. So during our Action 2 News This Morning live stream, that starts at 7:05 and ends around 7:30, Emerson Lehman and I, we were talking about the battle between the rain and the dry air. I said it's kind of like the irresistible force versus the immovable object. Well, the irresistible force is low pressure driving the rain, the thunderstorms across Missouri, across Illinois, into Indiana, pushing that rain into Wisconsin. But it's running into the immovable object, dry air sitting right over top of us. I know it looks cloudy outside, but if you go up a few hundred, a few thousand feet, the air doesn't have a lot of moisture. And this dry air continues to blow into northeast Wisconsin on a northeast wind out of Canada. So that dry Canadian air is acting like a football lineman, blocking that rain from really pushing in our direction. So it's going to be a fight for that rain to push its way against the dry air northward into east central and northeast Wisconsin. And that's why I'm really pessimistic that we're going to see widespread rain. Look at First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. We're picking up, this is about 20 minutes from now. You can see the showers that are close to Fond du Lac, close to Sheboygan. Between now and 1 o'clock, they inch their way up into Calumet County, Manitowoc County. So they're probably going about as far north as Highway 10. And in Appleton, Neenah, Menasha, Oshkosh, you're going to be kind of right on the edge on whether you get a couple sprinkles or a brief shower versus nothing. Meanwhile, Green Bay into the north, you're probably not going to need the umbrella. You'll have a lot of clouds. The clouds may be thin enough across northern Wisconsin where you get a little bit of some filtered or dim sunshine. Look, there's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see the showers near Sheboygan, Campbellsport, Plymouth. and then they go away. Bye. That's it. All done. So the showers exit the area tonight. The clouds will break from time to time. I think it'll stay mostly cloudy. So to illustrate my point, this is a timeline of the rain chance for 2 cities. First of all, Green Bay. That chance of rain is going to stay really low through the midday and the afternoon, around 20%. So odds are it's going to be dry. Now, that moisture should be pushing into Fond du Lac this morning, and you can see over the next couple hours that rain chance goes up. It's about as high as 80% early this afternoon. And so when kids are coming out of school today in Fond du Lac and around Sheboygan, hopefully they've got their rain gear handy. We told parents to prepare for that on Action 2 News this morning if you had watched. Hopefully they took some heed on that. But whether it's rain or no rain, it isn't looking like a lot. We really could use a good soaking, but I'm looking at 1/10 of an inch of rain or less across east central Wisconsin and staying dry as a bone along and north of Highway 29. And it's a real shame because going back to last year, we still have drought conditions across much of the state. Our snowfall this winter was below average. And so, yeah, I know the growing season hasn't started yet, but we got some buds on the trees, and a lot of the trees are putting out pollen already. I've noticed that in our pollen report, which is updating daily on our 24/7 weather channel, and also updating daily on WBAY.com. So, spring is starting to spring, if you will. But even though the leafy green has not really shown up yet, the growing season is very close, and we could use some moisture. And we still have abnormally dry soils, Appleton east over towards Manitowoc in that area of yellow, Door County, Oshkosh and southwest, and in the North Woods, we've got moderate to severe drought. So, rain would be just what the doctor ordered, but, we're not going to get a lot. And that rain chance there you see on Thursday, today, that's a generous 40%. And I really kind of split the difference between that rain chance in Fond du Lac, which you saw got up to 80% compared to like 0% in the North Woods. So I had to pick a happy medium by going 40%. So that's probably about where it is in Appleton, to be honest. And then over the weekend, a 30% chance of a passing shower on Saturday, maybe a couple flurries on Sunday. Tuesday could have a spotty rain-snow mix depending on what long-range computer model you are buying into. I put it in the forecast there, trying to be optimistic, but these rain and snow chances are not very impressive. They are not drought busters by any shake. All right, so these are temperatures. We're at 41 in Oshkosh, Green Bay, 40 in Kewaunee, a lot of 30s in the north. You're at the freezing mark in Iron Mountain, while it's 37 in Marinette. And with that temperature of 41 in Green Bay, it really feels like 32. There's a bit of a blustery northeast wind. This is the wind that's bringing the cooler and drier air, and as it blows off the bay at 17 miles an hour, it is adding a bit of a wind chill factor. So today's going to be a cooler, breezy Thursday. A lot of clouds, limited sun in the North Woods, a few showers to the south, especially near and south of Highway 10. We're in the low 40s right now. 47 should be your afternoon high. There will be some 50s north and west. Tonight, mostly cloudy, cool and brisk, low temperature of 30 degrees. And now, everybody's favorite, the First Alert 7-day forecast. 54 tomorrow, some sun, less wind, some clouds lakeside, but all in all, a pretty nice end to the work week. And then the weekend, there's an Alberta clipper coming through. Now, this is not some crazy Canadian barber. This is not a ship from the 1800s. An Alberta clipper is usually a quick-moving cold front that originates from northern Canada, like the Canadian Rockies, and as it dives down to the Great Lakes, sometimes it gives us precipitation, but usually it's more of a wind maker and a disturbance that gives us a change in the temperatures. Well, look what happens. Windy on Saturday. Northwest winds could be gusting up around 40 miles an hour, and after a high of 52 with a slight rain chance, we fall back to 37 on St. Patrick's Day. Duffy the Leprechaun is dancing because he's trying to keep warm. Wind chills will probably be in the teens and the 20s. There could be a few flurries on Sunday, but otherwise it's just going to be a kind of a cloudy, blustery day. And Monday, the last full day of winter, 37. I find that kind of ironic. Winter has been wimpy, and we are ending our winter season officially on Monday, and it's going to be one of the colder days ahead. Go figure, right? Tuesday, first day of spring, even though the vernal equinox isn't until about, I think it's 10:06 Tuesday evening. So very late Tuesday, spring officially arrives. 42 with that chance of a spotty rain-snow mix. If you are watching this live stream and you are doing it not on our WBAY First Alert Weather app, please download it to your smartphone, to your tablet. You can scan the QR code on the right side of the screen. Obviously, if you're on your phone watching this stream, that's a little bit difficult to do. But if you're watching this at home on Roku or on YouTube, you can get your phone out and make that happen. Really super simple. And coming up on Action 2 News at noon and at 4, meteorologist Bo Fogel has got an update on your forecast as he goes through the latest weather data. So we've got a lot of tools here in the Weather Center that help us guide us in the right direction, try to figure out what Mother Nature is going to do. You know, we never take any of them for granted. We're happy to have the computers that we have. We're happy to have access to First Alert Viper Max. One of the underrated tools that's in the Weather Center is something that kind of helps to keep our energy level up. And I think I found some this morning. I looked across the office here over towards David Ernst's desk. And look what he's got in his desk. These are Girl Scout cookies. Look at that. 4 boxes of them. David Ernst, he got these from Kristen Allen, probably for his family. He's got lemonades. What else does David Ernst have here? Holy moly. Toast-yays, caramel delights, trefoils. Gosh, David, it would be such a shame if the other meteorologists in the Weather Center were to sample some of these cookies and, just, to keep our strength up since we work these long shifts giving you the forecast. Gosh, it would be just a real crying shame if we were to have some of those cookies that you just left lying on your desk and you didn't bother bringing them home for your family. Gosh, that'd be a real shame, David. All right, well, I got my water. That's what gives me energy in the morning. And what also gives me energy in the morning is you watching this live stream, hopefully getting some helpful information to make your day just that much better, that much brighter, knowing what Mother Nature is going to do and how it's going to impact you and your family. So thanks for watching this live stream. We've got Action 2 News mid-morning starting in just under 10 minutes. Catherine Bracho is updating stories. She might sprinkle in a little bit of traffic, and I'll give you some more weather as well. And I also want to say thanks to Emerson Lehman, who is running things behind the scenes, making sure this live stream goes nice and smooth. And I enjoyed our conversation earlier about the irresistible force versus the immovable object. All right, time to wrap things up and let you go. Have a great Thursday. See you around. Thank you.